Blue Hawk at Six Flags over Georgia. This is a multi-looping roller coaster built by the Dutch roller coaster company, Vekoma. In the past, they were known for the rough suspended loopy coasters and boomerangs, and Blue Hawk is no exception for being a janky ride. So let's say the ride gets torn down, so what do you replace it with? And that is what this video is about. To start this off, this isn't me saying that Blue Hawk is getting retired. There is always someone out there who loves Blue Hawk. These are just cool ideas on what could replace it in the future. So I have 5 cool coaster models that could replace Blue Hawk. Let's start off with a weird but practical one, a Vekoma tilt coaster. We saw one of these open up in the middle of October 2025 with Circuit Breaker at Wonderland, and this type of model is very popular with its OMG factor with the tilt track, and over Georgia would be a nice park to add one. The closest one is Circuit Breaker, and that is 14 hours away, so I don't think this one is out of the question. It could have a custom layout with many inversions, airtime pops, quick transitions, and it could add a normal Vekoma thrill coaster like Phoenix instead of a tilt coaster. This would be a cool addition for over Georgia. So next up, I discussed this model in the last video of this kind, and that is an intimate straddle coaster. If you remember the Ruger replacement video, which is linked in the card above, that video also had a straddle coaster, and over Georgia could benefit from one. They don't have an amazing collection of family coasters. They do have Dahlonega Mine Train and Joker Funhouse Coaster, but that's about it. This would be a good stepping stone from this over to Mindbender or Georgia Gold Rusher. I'm imagining a tamer layout like Wavebreaker over a Siwa San Antonio. Plus, it can ride over the water like Wavebreaker. Overall, not the worst option. Now let's kick it into high gear in intensity with the next model, a B&M dive coaster. These are very popular within the Six Flags chain. We are getting Tormenta in 2026, there was Wrath of Rakshasa in 2025, and there was also Iron Menace in 2024. So every year, it feels like there's a new dive coaster opening up, and I would love to see one at over Georgia. The closest one is Sheikah at Busch Gardens Tampa, but that is nearly 7 hours away, so I can see them getting away with a dive coaster. I'm thinking of a layout like Emperor or Iron Menace where there's no mid-course brakes and not too tall in height. The only con though is the rattle. We don't know how Tormenta is going to ride yet, but after the first drop, mark my words here, this is going to be a very disappointing new roller coaster. If B&M can find a way to dampen the rattle, that would be amazing. So the next one is a model we need to see in the States someday. I'm talking about an intimate hot racer. There are 2 reasons why I would like to see this at over Georgia. First, there's none in the US, just getting the obvious out of the way. And second, how many extreme launch coasters does over Georgia have? None. Georgia Gold Rusher isn't really extreme, it's family thrill. Pretty much any extreme launch coaster would work. But I said a hot racer because Six Flags has worked with Intamin before. They did Georgia Gold Rusher in 2025, so probably in the next few years, it could be a possibility. It'll have a layout like Mahuka at Raleigh Burro Alps, but different. Honestly, I see the vision. Now for the last model, we are seeing more of these pop up. I'm referring to a Gravity Group family wooden coaster. Sure, they already have Great American Scream Machine literally right next door, but since their family coaster lineup is kind of lacking, if they didn't want to get a seal coaster, this would be the best option. And to be for real, this is definitely the most unrealistic option. But hey, all of us can dream. I'm thinking of something like Bobcat up at Great Escape, aka many airtime hills, crossovers, etc. And it has to use the Gravity Group pre-cut track. Bobcat has it, and that is by far the best coaster at Great Escape. It would also be a great stepping stone ride too. I would love to see this at Six Flags over Georgia. So those are 5 coaster models that I thought could replace Blue Hawk. Sure sucks losing a multi-looper, but I can see this getting a retrack, kind of like what Efteling did with Python. So I want to hear from you guys. What do you want to replace Blue Hawk at Six Flags over Georgia? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. There will be more replacement videos in the future, and you can expect a new video coming out in the next couple days. So keep that adrenaline pumping, and thanks for watching.